Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Guys, I'm not sure, but I think my thumbnail, yesterday's thumbnail with the crying bear offended some people because I lost a good amount of subscribers since my last video, which was yesterday's video, so I don't know what happened. I'm just trying to give us value, and my thumbnail was just for fun, guys. Come on, I'm not trying to make fun of bears and bulls or anything like that. It's just for fun, all right? It's just a freaking thumbnail to get your attention. That's all it is. Anyways, so today's price action was very interesting. We got ourselves a choppy day. Despite closing higher than yesterday, technically today is a green day because we closed higher than yesterday. And we managed to close above that 471.3 level. We got a breakout of my rising wedge here, guys. Now, if you're just tuning into my channel, I just want to say, guys, please listen to the bull case and the bear case. Please listen to both my scenarios, okay? I'm going to assume, and sometimes assuming makes you an asshole, but I'm going to assume that yesterday the people that unsubscribed from my channel were probably bear biased traders, guys. Remember, in my intro, I said this is unbiased price action analysis. Remember what being a sheep is about. We're just following the price action and we're just looking to trade, catch a piece of the pie, level to level style with runners. It don't matter if it's up, down, just give us some volatility. Price action, give us some volatility. Anyways, guys, I'm getting in my feelings, Sometimes I start wanting to sing when I start feeling the spirit. Maybe it's the Holy Spirit. Uncle just start wanting to sing. And let me tell you why else I want to sing. Because of the situation that we got developing here on the daily chart here, guys. Now, I've said in previous video that Uncle Charles is a Christian. But I tell you, I am not a perfect Christian. Because a few videos ago, I always preach about don't call tops and don't call bottoms. But if you are going to call a top, and then I gave 3 scenarios on when it would be reasonable to call a top. And I said there are 3. I said 3 reasons why it would be reasonable to call a top. Well, I lied. There are actually more than 3 reasons, okay? And if you are in my Discord, you guys already know probably what I'm about to talk about. But for the rest of you guys that's not in my Discord, I am about to talk about it, and some of you is gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I knew about that," and some of you guys are gonna be like, "Hey, good eye, Uncle, good eye." Okay, so hopefully I'm able to bring value to you guys. Now check it. Question is the top in? And Uncle said there's more than 3 reasonable reasons. That's redundant. 3 reasonable reasons to call a top. Okay. Now, what is that 4th reason, okay, when it's reasonable? I'm still against calling tops, guys, but Uncle Charles is a problem solver, and I know a lot of you guys, no matter how many times I say don't call a top or a bottom, you guys are still going to call tops and bottoms. So instead of, trying to fight you guys about it, and I'm not going to give in, but what I will do is try to give you guys a little more guidance, on if you are going to call a top, these are situations or scenarios you want to watch out for, okay? So I said false breakout setups, right? I've said exhaustion gaps or when we're at critical resistance level. Another way is using the candlesticks, okay? So what do we have here? A big body green candle here. We got a big body green candle here followed by a doji, and it was a gap up, guys. A gap up, filled the gap, but, it closed a little higher. Right? Big body green candle followed by a doji like this. This, guys, is usually how evening star patterns begin to develop, okay? So there goes to my 4th reason or scenario on when calling a top is reasonable. But, guys, we still got to follow the price action and the levels, okay? Because price action is the shepherd. You can't just be like, oh, but it looked like an evening star pattern's developing. And then the price just pops up higher. The market don't give a shit what we think, guys. But all I'm saying, it's worth noting that evening star patterns usually they start like this: a green body candle followed by a gap up with a doji candle. All right. So if any of you guys caught FOMO, man, okay, if any of you guys caught FOMO, you know, it's not guaranteed that we're going to drop tomorrow and for the third candle be a red body candle, which is usually, guys, how evening star pattern plays out. Third candle, got a gap down, or maybe not a gap down, but it's usually a big body red candle on that third candle, which spells trouble if anybody tried the long up here, okay? Now, like I said, it's no guarantee. If it happens and we gap down back below 471.3, just cut your loss. Don't take it personal and play the next setup. If you got an evening star pattern developing, hey, cut your calls and switch to puts. No hard feelings. You know what I mean? But if this breakout does hold, right, it has to break today's high. Today's high was around 473.73. Well, that's redundant. Anyways, I'm gonna round it up to 474, okay? If we clear 474 tomorrow, guys, we could go higher. Okay, I do have the next Fibonacci level at 478.63. Okay, so above 474, I got 475.5, 477, and the critical one at 478.63. And above that, of course, 480 all-time highs, or maybe some new all-time highs. We'll see. We're so close to it. The only way the bull case scenario is possible is if it stays above 471.3 and clears 474. Otherwise, watch out for a gap down, guys. If we gap down and start breaking down support, I got support. You know what? Look at this today's candle low around 469.2-ish. If that low breaks down tomorrow, in my opinion, we are dropping down. We all on the same page here. I just want to be clear. Let's end tomorrow strong with the S&P 500, all right? Potential, like I said, I'm going to repeat myself. Potential evening star pattern could be forming. If it does form, it could be bearish. It has to drop below 471.3 and 469.2. If those two levels fail, guys, we are going to drop big body red candle. If you guys need some a visual, I'll Google it for you. Evening star pattern. Right here, we'll get the image. Yeah, it looks something like that. Big body green candle followed by a doji, and then the third candle is a big body red candle, and then that's the beginning. That's puts in the top. Okay, so remember, if you're gonna call a top, which I highly discourage you to do, but like I said, I want to try to help you get successful at whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so if you want to be calling tops, remember, false breakout setups, exhaustion gaps, critical resistant levels, or rejection from critical resistant levels, like a hot stove rejection, or a evening star pattern. Okay, guys, big body green candle, doji. If we break down the support level, we're likely getting that big body red candle to the downside. This setup will cancel if we break today's high, 473.73, but like I said, I'm rounding up to 474. If 474 clears, guys, the squeeze continues. All right? Just trade it unbiasedly, whether it's up or down. Don't argue with the price action. Trade it, play it level to level. Get your piece of the pie and enter the weekend with a good state of mind. In a good state of mind. All right? A triple Q here. Big body green candle. That's kind of a doji. I don't know if you guys would count that. Kind of a doji. To be bullish, it needs to get above 405.4. Above 405.4, I would be bull bias in favor of test of 408.7, okay? Now, it closed around 403.3. Supports at 402 and 400. Below 400 would put 398.75 in play. That is a Fibonacci level. If those levels fail, bearish. Okay, am I making myself clear here? If those levels fail, bearish. Below 402, 400 and 398.75, bearish. Above 405.4, bullish. Let's move on to IWM. I'm tripping. So yesterday we broke out my multi-year trend line, which was around 189. I told everybody above 189 is bullish on IWM. And then today we got a gap up and close right at July high. All right, July high was around 198.75-ish. We close at 198.71, a few cents away. If it can clear 198.75 in the 200 resistant level that I have, 198.75 and 200, we're going to go up higher. 203 would be a target. 200 205 and 207.5-ish would be upside target. For me to trust a rejection from July high, it needs to break down to today's low, which was around 196.48. That fails, look to short, would possibly go fill the gap at 193.4. And then below 193.4, which is also a fib level, by the way, would be bullish. Would be bearish, and put 190.8 in my multi-year trend line support at 188 in play. Below 188 would be a false breakout setup, a massive false breakout setup, and would be bearish. Okay, overall above 188 is still in breakout mode, guys. Above 200, bullish. Below 196.5, pullback mode. Fill the gap. It's pretty straightforward, guys. It's pretty straightforward. Tesla is in breakout. Got a breakout of this trend line. All right, downtrend from July high, connected September 15th high. Almost tested it November 29th high. Got the breakout. All right. As long as above 247, I am bullish on Tesla. I'm going to say it one more time. As long as above 247, I am bullish on Tesla. But if we drop back below 247, I will switch back to bearish on Tesla. That will be a false breakout setup and our trigger to go short below 247, okay? Below 247. Now, if we're above 247, we're still in breakout mode. All right? Resistance at 252 and 254. If those levels clear, guys, 256, 257.5, and top of my wedge here around 260-ish would be in play, okay? NVDA, it still managed to defend that 479.5 level and closed higher, okay? Still, at least for the short term, bullish, but, you know, bulls aren't out, you know, they still got a lot of work to do. And the big work that they need to do for tomorrow is clear the next fib level at 486.5. If it does, look to long. Upside continues, okay? If we're going to be bearish, I need to see it close below 479.5 to give us a false breakout setup. Now, we did get some moves below that level intraday, but it has to be official on the daily chart to trigger a nice move to the downside, okay? If we break down 479.5 tomorrow, today's high was possibly a lower high, and we could head down a lot lower, okay? If 486.5 clears tomorrow, bullish, look to long. Let's see what else. Apple, big body green candle followed by a doji. If that is that an evening star pattern, okay? Tomorrow, if it clears 200, look to long. Evening star pattern canceled. We are bullish above 200. If it drops below 196, look to short. We are bearish below 196, and likely the evening star pattern is playing out, okay, to send us back lower, okay? Amazon, that's a bearish outside daily candle. Didn't quite get to the top of the evening star pattern. It did get to 150.5, so $1 short of the target, but that is a bearish outside daily candle. So follow through for tomorrow will be to break down 146, and I mean to close below it. If it does, guys, bearish. All right, the only way to cancel this at this point is one, get above 148 and clear 150.5, and this megaphone pattern's all the way at 151.66 now because it does slope up. All right, AMD, look at that. It came a few cents shy of my 1.236 Fibonacci level at 142ish. Very close before rejecting it. You know, it's very likely we're heading into the chop phase of AMD, okay? So watch out for the chop phase. We had a directional move to the upside. I don't know who was trying to call tops, but, you know, it was a beautiful move to the upside. I hope you guys caught it, but it's likely we're in the chop phase. Allow it to consolidate, okay? To be bearish, we need to close and break down 136 for me to favor more downside, down to 132.8. Below 132.8, I would be bear bias. And resistance at 140 and 142. Those are the levels that really need to clear to trigger more upside for AMD, okay? Meta still managed to close above my orange downtrend line here, so the breakout is still intact, but it needs to stay above 331 on any pullback, all right? Overall, above 338.5, I would be bull bias and favor a higher high here. But yeah, below 331 would probably be bearish, and I need to see a close below on a daily chart to favor more downside. 326.2 and probably all the way down to 321 would be downside targets for Meta. All right. Netflix, I mentioned to everybody. 478 breakdown. Look to short. Look at that beautiful move all the way down to 464.7ish. Not bad, not bad. So next support level right now is at 467.5. Today's low was at 464.7. Those are support levels. Those levels fail bearish, and we could probably head down even lower to fill the gap. There is a gap around 453.7ish, okay? Bearish sentiment canceled. If it can get above 470, clear 475 and the 478 level. If it does, we could possibly head up to test 485, okay? Let's see. Microsoft. Guys. Do we got a trend change here on Microsoft? Consolidation mode, correction, ABC. What's going on here? We had multiple bounces off of this 366.7 level. That was July high. Multiple bounces off that level. That was definitely a buy zone. Today we closed below it. Is this a liquidity grab? If it is, that would be bullish only if we get a false breakdown setup. That means it needs to break back above 366.78, preferably above 367 to put upside targets back in play. But overall, as long as below 366.78, I'm bearish on Microsoft in favor of a test of this uptrend line around 361ish. And of course, if this trend line breaks down, bears take control, but it got to be below 361. All right, guys. Here's a Darkpool. 3.7 billion in premium at 470.5. That's around where yesterday's close was. And we're getting a lot of activity there. 3.7 billion. Is there really any big money player you guys think would be accumulating at these levels? I find that a little bit hard to believe, but hey, we are sheeps. We got to stay disciplined and follow the price action. Hey, we're only trying to catch level-to-level moves anyways. All we need is a piece of the pie. So the market do whatever the hell it wants to do. But I tell you, that 470.5, that's a big liquidity from the dark pool. Obviously, if there's a buyer, there's a seller. Who is selling and who is buying? We'll find out soon. Because a lot of time with these big money people, they don't report what they do until a week or two after. After the fact. So all we know is this activity at 470.56. All right. Bearish below it, bullish above it. That's best we can do is treat it like a support or resistant level and just follow the price action. Okay, here's 100K premiums or above, and look at that, still bullish for the SPY. But it's bearish for triple Q. What does IWM say? Bullish for IWM. Tesla, bullish for Tesla. NVDA, bullish. Apple, bullish. AMD, bullish. Meta is bullish. Netflix, straight up bearish. And Microsoft. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Microsoft is bearish, guys. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more content from Uncle Charlie, definitely consider joining my Discord. I still got the discount code in there. It should be still working. And it definitely works for the yearly membership as well. And you would save a lot more money in the long run if you join the yearly membership. But, no pressure. No pressure. I just appreciate you guys being here. All right, now, let the great Leon sing you guys out of here. Peace.